I think I can state this very, very baldly. If there were no PanMass Challenge, there would be no Dana-Farber research. The Dana-Farber Cancer Institute is a unique institution. It's a comprehensive cancer center like some of the other great ones in the country. But what makes us different is our balanced portfolio. We devote half of everything we do, 50%, to research. 50% of our space, 50% of our people, 50% of our resources. The ability to be able to measure what's going wrong with each and every gene in a patient's individual tumor cell has resulted in our knowing more about the root causes of cancer from work done in the last decade than in all the previous 60 years. Dana-Farber has made the decision to be more aggressive than ever about cancer research because the opportunities are so great. And the only reason we can even dream about being that aggressive and doing more research is because of the PanMass Challenge. The role of research in the actual care of cancer patients is greater than it's ever been. And the possibilities are endless. And this is occurring at a time when federal funding and the traditional resources that we use for supporting cancer research are more limited than ever. The PanMass Challenge provides us with these unrestricted funds, flexible funding, that can be put wherever it's needed. There are people who are here, world leaders now in cancer research, who wouldn't be here if it weren't for the PanMass Challenge. There are so many examples where I could point to where there are programs and people in place only because of the generosity of the PanMass Challenge. One is what we call the Profile Project. So several years ago, recognizing that this ability to interrogate each and every person's individual tumor and know exactly what genetic abnormalities were in them was going to be critical to the future, not just of cancer research, but to applying it to the care of that particular patient. So we set up a program that we can now offer to every patient coming into the Dana-Farber to have their tumors sequenced at the level of their DNA mutations. That is costing us almost $40 million. Those funds and that project came from the PMC and would not be here if it weren't for the PMC. People like Gordon Freeman, who had discovered a very interesting molecule that might be involved in turning the immune system on to fight your own cancer. And Steve Hody, who knows how to do clinical trials to actually test these molecules in patients, could come together and actually figure out how to turn those into drugs that could be used in patients. The drug that has been developed from Gordon Freeman's discovery is now considered the most exciting development in cancer therapy of the last decade. Levi Garraway is an expert in this brand new field of cancer genomics, and he has used it to try to understand how people's cancers become resistant to some of these great new drugs we have. The work that he's done and the insight that we're getting and now the strategies that we're developing to overcome drug resistance is supported by the PMC. Someday, thousands of people are going to say, I'm alive today because of the work Levi Garraway did. So if we are going to get from about 12 million cancer survivors to hundreds of millions of cancer survivors, it's going to take research and innovation. And we can do it now. That's the difference, is we know what to do. It's just a matter of doing it. Our relationship with the PMC and the PMC's dedication to us is just unique. There's nothing like it. But in addition to that, we have this long history of our relationship to the Red Sox through the Jimmy Fund. And the Red Sox relationship to the PMC just cements that and makes it even richer. We are embedded in the community, and we get to see into the lives of literally thousands of people who are depending on us because of the PMC's relationship to the Red Sox, our relationship to it's that magic word of synergy. They help us do cutting-edge work and help us to be world-renowned, help us to make a difference. I envision the day when people don't die of cancer, when cancer doesn't ruin their lives. And everybody who works here believes that. And the reason we believe that we can lead the way to that destination is because of the PMC. You know, I like to say that our job is to deliver on the promise of cancer science. And I think at Dana-Farber, that promise is going to be delivered by a bicycle. My message to someone who's thinking about riding the PMC and wasn't quite sure is you'll really be glad that you did it. You'll know that you've made a difference. When they write the history of how cancer was cured, you're going to be on page 1.